What is an Office 365 group? There still seems to be some confusion out there about what this thing is. So let's start at the beginning. Groups start with people. Yes, that's right. People who want to get together to get a job done. That could be planning an event, could be a task, a project, could just be that they want to get together and share files and communicate. So groups start with people. That's what it all revolves around in this concept. And this is where Office 365 Groups comes in. It's a way for us to be able to provision tools and treat this group as a unit together. So with our group formed in reality, we're going to provision those tools. And we're going to do it on our chosen digital workplace platform, which is Office 365. We're going to create an Office 365 group. We give it a name, we give it a logo, and all sorts of things that help to identify what it is. And we're creating this group in Azure AD. Adding members to define whether the group is public and open or private and it's membership only. Now we think about how the group provides these tools, and I've sort of visualized it in three different ways, three different areas. The first area is communication. That's our blue area there I've highlighted. Communication is key. All members in a group need to communicate easily and effectively, whether it be one-on-one, between a few group members, or with all group members. So this is one key area that Office 365 Groups caters for. So aside from communication, groups need to work together on content. That might be creating content or refining content, documents, data, making decisions around data, presenting content. So we need to have some tools to help us collaborate, to work together. And this is where Office 365 Groups also excels. And we'll have a closer look at some of those tools. Now the final category that I'm thinking of is more around tools to help us to have focus. I call this category coordination. So yes, 3Cs, communication, collaboration and coordination. The tools that we have in Office 365 Groups can help us to set events and to assign tasks and various things. We'll have a closer look at those soon too. So communication, collaboration and coordination, 3Cs, and three ways that Office 365 Group will help. Looking closer at communication, let's have a look at conversation. Now groups conversations are a service which is much like a distribution group and a shared mailbox rolled into one, but with a significant improvements. Memberships can subscribe to the group and conversations are delivered directly to their inbox, much like a distribution group, while at the same time the messages and replies are stored in the group's conversation area, so that if someone joins later on, they'll be able to catch up with everything. Now thinking of coordination, we have the calendar, group calendar. So here we can add events to the group calendar and people can subscribe to those as well. So together, conversations and calendar are provided by the Exchange Online service. Additional to the communication area of Office 365 Groups, we can hold online meetings. Now this might be that we need to have one on the fly, or maybe we've planned it and we've dropped it into our group calendar. But Skype for Business is what provides our online meeting capabilities. And it's very easy for us to start that meeting together as a group. Aside from that, we can add the group to our contacts list and easily find everyone to have an IM or a call. Now in collaboration, we're thinking of the files area, which is actually a SharePoint team site in the background. A lot of things are happening around there with the future of SharePoint, so we're quite excited to see what happens there. But it's a document library. It's a way for us to be able to share files inside the group. And within this document library, we're now seeing a lot of those features that are within a team site document library are now available in groups as well. Metadata and being able to create views and various things in there. We also had a shared with me view of the document library, or shared with us. And this means that I can share something directly with the group, so the group name, and then that will appear there. Maybe I'm sharing it from my OneDrive. So I've worked on something as an individual and now I want to share it with the group. What we're going to be seeing in future SharePoint is, and changes coming up, is being able to copy that document or move it directly to the group's files, and see a lot more ease of use there. We can also share documents from other team sites with the group. So likewise, we'll be able to copy those documents from the different areas that we work in, whether it be individuals or maybe as teams, and bring them into files. Lastly, we've got different ways of organizing those documents and files and folders. Simple ways that people are mostly familiar with when they're working within a Windows Explorer experience. One of my favorite areas of the Office 365 group is a notebook. OneNote notebook that can be connected to from many different devices, and it's a very easy format to take and create notes. Meeting notes, notes about customers, ideas, and refining things. So yeah, I highlighted Team Site because as I said a little earlier, every Office 365 group will get a Team Site, and that's going to be a good thing. Now there's other service there called Delve. Delve is a way of being able to surface that content and find out what's been created by a group, and group content will also appear in Delve. Groups can also use Power BI. Now Power BI, being able to create data and reports and make some sense of data, we have our own workspace within Power BI. We can also connect CRM into groups so that a customer, or I think it is a customer, will have their own group. Looking closer at coordination again, we have had the recent release of Planner and general availability. So this is an easy way to assign tasks and move things around in buckets and move them along to different phases. We look at communication and also how Yammer will be part of the Office 365 group experience. So you can choose what way you'd like to communicate, whether it be email or whether it be an online messaging forum social style of communicating. So let's have a look at the way that Planner and files and conversations work together. So you see that within one of those services, we're using different areas of an Office 365 group. With a calendar, we might book a meeting, and we can then leverage the Skype for Business online meeting capabilities. With Yammer, we'll be able to surface where we store our files, which will be in an Office 365 group, and also Yammer will leverage Delve too, or is leveraging Delve. CRM, that might make use of files, conversations, and calendar. So you see that we have a whole lot of services within an Office 365 group, and they all work together, but what's the central concept here? Office 365 groups start with people. So get it together, people. Understand it. That's where it starts, and everything else revolves around that. Provisioning services to help you work together, communicate, collaborate, and coordinate.